Why is there disunity in nursing? Why don't people help each other? Why don't people like you when you arrive? Why do they mistreat you? You don't understand the reason for this? There are people who can't handle this kind of treatment. They give up in the first weeks, the first days, the first months. There are people who never want to set foot in a hospital again or work in nursing. This is a very serious matter and I need to talk to you about it. Watch until the end because what I'm going to say here will be very important for you to know who is who and who is on your side. By the way, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. That way you'll stay up to date even about the people who might trip you up. Shall we? I don't know why, but in every area there are petty squabbles. There are some in nursing too. But let's talk about our field, which is what matters. When you arrive, you're not welcomed. Why? Man, I don't know. I don't know either. When I arrived, I wasn't welcomed either. It felt like I was a criminal when I arrived to work. It felt like I was an animal. I don't know what I was. But I really don't know why. Why? I don't know. They treated me badly. They didn't respect me. They ignored me. So I ask why? I don't know either. Then after a while, after you take all the hits, go through that whole 90-day period, the person becomes your best friend, your best buddy, your best friend. And then some people start doing that to the people who just arrived. Wow, what a dumb nurse. What a dumb technician. Don't you know how to handle a patient? Don't you know how to operate an infusion pump? No. Don't you know how to enter? I didn't know either. Guys, there's something called what goes around comes around. What you do here, you pay for it right here. So think differently, think differently. If they treat you badly, treat others well, treat those around you well, make that change because it will be good for you. Don't repay evil with evil. Now, don't be naive. Not everyone who is by your side is really on your side. Some people are with you because of some kind of interest. And you need to stop being naive and start identifying who these people are. First of all, you didn't leave your house, leave your family, and start working just to go somewhere and get involved in petty arguments, fights, or gossip. I think your purpose is something else. So if your purpose is something else, when someone comes up to you and starts talking about someone else, just cut them off and say, look, sorry, I don't want to know what's going on, okay? I'd rather just stay here minding my own business and working. If you cut it off, you nip the problem in the bud, and then here and there you start cutting it off. And that's important for you so you can start distancing yourself from these people. The person who talks about someone to you talks about you to someone else. They're a gossip, always carrying stories back and forth. So work alongside people and talk to people only as necessary. Your private personal life doesn't need to be exposed. You don't need to keep talking about your life. Whether you have kids or not, whether you're married or not, whether you live alone, who pays your bills? Because that's where envy and gossip start, and even other things that I shouldn't even mention in this video. I can talk about them in other videos, okay? So try to be professional. Nobody needs to like you. You don't have to be pleasant to everyone. You need to be professional with everyone. Whether you're a nursing tech or a nurse, you need to be the professional. People don't need to like you. You don't have to go out of your way for people to start liking you. You simply need to be professional, have a smile on your face, be polite. That's what you need. You don't need anything else. Besides that, what happens is very clear. People want to force a friendship with that guy who's been here longer, man. Who cares about the guy who's been here 10, 15 years? I'm here to do my job. I used to work in a place where there was a nurse who had been at the hospital for 15 years and everyone was afraid of her. I wasn't afraid of anyone because I wasn't there to be afraid of anyone. I wasn't doing anything wrong. Why should I be afraid of anyone? You understand? So that's the point you have to take into consideration. So, We have envious people. We have people who don't want you to grow. So stop telling things to people who don't like seeing you grow. You say you're going to do a postgrad, you say you're going to prepare for a civil service exam. All of that can cause envy. Why? Because you want to move up and this person wants to pull you down. Why are you going to do a postgrad if your salary won't increase? I heard that. Why are you doing a master's if your salary won't increase because of it? That's why. Why are you going to do it? Not me, right? But, colleagues, what's the point of being good? What's the point of taking a civil service exam? So, what you think and what your career goals are nobody else's business. And that's what you have to stick to. What's your purpose? To show up and work, period. If you start to shine too much, people want to dim your light. In the sense of talking about you, making things up. So protect yourself, don't give them an opening. Be careful who you talk to, what you say. Talking about work is fine, but talking about personal things, making plans to go out, that makes people feel too comfortable. When you realize it, you're in a snake pit and you don't even know it, and it happens, you know? Once you're in, you can't get out, and one bad person brings several other bad people along with them, so that's how it is. The path isn't easy, but if you're someone who doesn't let yourself get corrupted by the people you'll meet, and you'll find them anywhere, okay? Hospital, clinic, urgent care, everywhere you go, there are these people. And that includes people from the healthcare field, folks from cleaning, administrative staff. Be careful with what you say. Be careful about the position you're in, the role you hold. You're going to have people trying to suck up to you for who knows what, to benefit themselves. If you become a supervisor, be even more careful. You'll have more people trying to bring you down, and they might even be those who hang out with you. The higher you go, the more fake people you have by your side. We have few friends, and besides, did you go to the hospital to make friends? Friends? Real ones? Someone who defends you? At the first chance someone could get fired, you can be sure that no one will get fired for you, but there's more. It's easier to point to you as the one to be fired than at them. Better him than me, remember that. If you want, I can make more content about this because this is something that affects a lot of people. I have a lot of students who are traumatized because they listen to the wrong people. Be careful.